At the outset, I would like to thank INSA for publishing the book Jiddi, which, as was told by Dr. Chandrima Shaha, President INSA, that it was first written by me in Marathi, published in 2018. Uh, Later on, it was seen by Dr. Saha, then Dr. Singhvi, and they encouraged me to write it again in English. So Google translation is terrible. I had to write myself again myself, and not by translation directly. That gives terrible results anyway. So I also thank Dr. Amit Ghosh for this particular book publishing. And of course, thanks are due to Miss Manisha Srivastav of Anchor Publication, who she and her team took a lot of efforts to make the book in its present form, beautiful printing and good quality. So let me tell you how actually within a few minutes, let me tell you why I wrote this book. Since 2000, I used to go to very remote places in Maharashtra for giving talks on nanotechnology. And that time, nanotechnology was very new, and many schools and colleges, teachers also, teachers, students wanted to know what is nanotechnology. And I used to write some articles in Marathi newspapers. So because of that, I had actually written a lot of things, and they were more interested to know about the subject. And because of that, I had gone in various parts of Maharashtra, as well as in over across the country, in the remote places also. There I came to see that students really do not know about scientists, particularly beyond what Dr. Madhu Dixit told us, that Einstein, Marie Curie, and that's all. Then I thought that, okay, and also many students used to ask me that how come you have gone to take science? Why not just arts and other things? And that was the reason I thought that it is necessary to have the role models in front of the students. Unless that happens, they will not be able to actually go ahead. So I actually started looking into the details about the history of women scientists. What are their contributions, and what they have done, and so on. So when I was doing that, I found that since 350 AD, there were some references about women scientists, but not many, and their contributions were little. But around 18th century, suddenly I found that there were some women who were struggling to go to universities in 19th century also. They did not get a chance to even attend the lectures without degrees also. But they then attempted a lot. Some like Anya Pockels, I like her very much. Because I worked in surface science, so she was the one who actually discovered, I mean, she did a lot of experiments on surface tension, and she had communicated her papers to Lord Rayleigh, and he published those papers in Nature. She had 7, 8 publications in Nature during her time, but nobody, very few people know about Anya Pockels. And then I tried to write about her. She made what is known today as Langmuir blood get rough, and it is used for making thin films in many laboratories. But Anya Pockels was the designer of that particular the, particular setup. And what she did was uh, she unfortunately could not go to university, and the other problem was that she had no formal education except schooling. But while washing the dishes, she saw the bubbles and then lot of dirt. And then she thought that why there is, what is the effect of soap on all these things. So these kind of things came to her mind. She collected some household kitchen things and something in the backyard, and made the first Langmuir blood get rough. Langmuir got the Nobel Prize, and she was alive, but she did not get much recognition. I'm not going into that, but there are many other stories which are very interesting also, that which are in the book. I think it is not boring. Like it was only struggle, and they did not get education, but they did not stop at that. They still continued because they wanted to do science. So I will just quickly give you some examples, like Anya Pockels, then Sophie Kowalewski from Russia. She just made a contract marriage and went to Germany because she wanted to do science, mathematics, and she could not leave Russia, because unless you are accompanied by a husband or father or some man who is related, you could not go to other countries. So she overcome that by making some arrangements, and she went there to Germany. But then she found that again there the universities were not allowing any women, but still she did a lot of interesting things and got over the difficulties. Rita Levi Montalcini, another interesting. Yeah, you want? Yeah. So she is another very interesting example. I will not go into the details, but there are many other stories like this in the book, which are very interesting, and I enjoyed writing, and I hope you will enjoy reading it, and also the school and college students, young students. But I have written about 7 Indian women also, women scientists, from Anandibai Joshi to Bibha Chaudhary. And I will, I think, stop at this. Thank you very much, INSA, for, and all of you, uh, uh, INSA fellows and council members, and all who are present here, for kindly listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kulkarni. We also give you best wishes for your coming up book, Advances in Nanoscience. This is also an occasion when we are going to have a new format website launched. May I request Professor Shaha to please launch the new format website of Indian National Science Academy. Website of an institution is a window to the institution, its goals, its aspirations, and its activities. Of late, with the developments in communication technology, it has also become an extended office kind of thing for the people. One of the main features of this website is that now people not in Delhi or not physically present there can online submit the forms for the science promotion activities like support for the seminars and groups. This is the new look of the website. Thank you so much. Mr. Karthik. Thank you, ma'am, for launching it. Now, our next activities is equally exciting. We will have a lecture by Professor Ashok Sen. I request the chair, Professor D.V. Khakkar, to please, in a minute, to please grace the dais. We would have to shift the table to the side so that we would be able to look at the whole screen.